God said. Why? Because they the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
The so-called white man is not following. They've been teaching us lies this whole time. Let me ask you a question, right? On these two signs, which one would you say look more like Christ? According to the Bible.
I'm not judging that.
No.
I'm not judging that.
I'm not asking you to judge anything.
I can't answer that.
You can't answer that, right? Why?
That's my belief.
What's your belief?
That's neither here or there.
I
can't tell you who's. I just can't say who. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna let the Bible say who. I'm gonna let the Bible. This is our book.
I respect that.
No,
100%.
For the blacks, Hispanic, Native American, this is our book. All the other religions has nothing to do with us. All the other faiths have nothing to do with us. The Bible is what we are supposed to follow. That's why we're in the predicament we're in. That's why we last hire, first fire. That's why we get murdered on the street by cops. They never go to jail. That's why there's baby mamas, baby daddies, drugs, and are on roach-infested houses. And don't what you believe? They tell you, hey, you're a king. You're a black king. You hear it all the time, right? Have you ever seen a king live like a peasant? Have you ever seen a king live on the bottom? And people that not as good as he is. We better in sports, better in singing, better in dancing, better in cooking, better in fighting. But we live under everybody else. Does that make sense to you? Right. Hey, read what you got.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14.
Christ, right? Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So Christ had woolly hair. Read.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Because he drunk wine. You know when you drink wine, the whitey eyes turn a little reddish, right? Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
So what color is brass? Do you know? Brass is like a penny. The color of a penny. It's like a copper brownish color, right? Right? So it says feet. The top of his feet were like unto fine brass. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So if you burn anything in the furnace, what color did that turn? Turn black. So this is talking about Christ. So my question is, who the hell is this? Who is this person that these people worship? Who is this? Because Christ would be depicted as that.
Right.
Christ would be a black man today.
Right.
Christ looked like you.
That's right.
So who is this? That's what we have against the churches.
Bring it
They're
up.
not teaching Christ. They're teaching Caesar Borgia, right. some white man that looks nothing like us. Why is it the black community, our God looks nothing like us?
Bring it up.
What sense does that make? In our community, the God that we worship looks nothing like us.
Right.
Whether it be 5%ers, they worship Egyptology. We're
Right.
not Egyptians. Egyptians were the people who put us in slavery in the first place.
Bring it up.
When you read the Bible, remember, it said Moses looked like an Egyptian, right? That means Moses was a dark-skinned man, right? But he wasn't. He was an Israelite. So that means we look very similar. So when we see that, we think, oh, yeah, we were kings and queens. Yeah, we was Egypt. No, that's not true. We were slaves to the Egyptians, right? So we gonna bring that out. We gonna show you. Give me wait, well, officer's call. So when we talk to these people, they don't believe. They don't.
Bring up something about slavery.
What?
You know when these brothers walking out with their pants sagging? That came from slaves. You know why? Because the slaves didn't have belts. They take a rope.
Hey, bro.
Let me finish.
In the Bible, I can show you in the Bible where sagging came
They
from.
take a rope,
Hey,
put around
read what you got.
But when that's nasty,
Hey, listen.
Exodus chapter 11 and verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against any man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
That's right. Why there's a difference? Because yeah, we look similar, but the difference was we are the chosen people of God. Even if you go to Africa and you see the Egyptians today, they on the bottom. Why? Because God destroyed them twice. God destroyed them in Egypt, and then again later He destroyed them. He put them on the bottom so we would know, hey, we're not them. We're not the same people. We get taught we're the same people, but we're not the same people. The reason why is because they want to keep our minds in slavery. Read Deuteronomy 20:68. Because in Egypt we were slaves. Matter of fact, Deuteronomy 20:2. Because in Egypt we were slaves. So if we keep these people mind in slavery, right? We keep them on the bottom. What are they gonna act like? They gonna act like niggas? They gonna act like thugs? We're gonna keep them in jail. We're gonna keep them in poverty. We're gonna use their resources to build our kingdom. That's what's been going on. So when we go around, what we do? We buy clothes that we can't afford. We buy cars we can't afford. We live in houses that we can't afford. But then at the end of the day, we poor. All of us we really poor. But we have a highness to us. right? Because of why? We are the children of Israel. Read what you got.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt in the Bible means bondage. That's why we got the obelisk in America. That's why on the back of your dollar bill there's the Eye of Ra. Because why? This place resembles Egypt, where they had the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American, the children of Israel in slavery.
That's right.
That's what's going on. But you're not going to be taught that. You're not going to be taught that by Christianity. You're not going to be taught that by Hinduism. You're not going to be taught that by Egyptology. They're going to tell you, oh, you're great, but they're not going to tell you how great you really are, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Now, I can show you everything of that you see on these pictures, right?
I've seen it all before.
Right? You've seen it all before, but you see it in the Bible. Have you seen that? Have you seen all this in the Bible? That's the point. That's how I'm going to show you that this right here is biblical prophecy. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
You read that was bondage, right? You read that was slavery. You said with ships. In the Bible, you never seen them go to slavery with ships in the Bible. But who did that happen to? It happened to us, right?
That's right.
That's how we got here. We wasn't here already. The blacks weren't here already. The Native Americans and the Hispanics were here. But the blacks weren't. But the Native Americans went to slavery way before us. 200 years before we went to slavery, they were already in slavery. On the same way that we went. That's how we know that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the children of Israel.
That's right.
Some of us that are dark skinned, they think we black. We think we African Americans so-called, right? We're not. We Gad. Some of us, we are the Native Americans that mixed in. We kept our dark skin. But then you see the ones with the long hair, the shiny hair, those are our brothers. The Hispanics are your brothers. The Native Americans are your brothers. The Jamaicans, the Haitians, the Dominicans, the Venezuelans, they are your brothers.
That's right.
Right? But how do you conquer a people? You separate them. You teach them, hey, Jim Crow law. Light-skinned versus dark-skinned, old versus young, woman versus men. That's why right now you got the woman that tried to be over the man. As you seen when they came out to church, you saw the woman talking, but the man quiet. And if it's a man, he effeminate. He acts soft. He got qualities saying, oh, you come from woman, the womb of a... No, that's not what the Bible says. The Bible said that Eve came out of Adam. The Bible says that man came first. The order is God, Christ, man, woman. But how would you know that if you don't study the Bible? If you don't know who you are?
I read that.
Right? Read 37. So the problem is with our people, we are astonished. We are astonishment to the other nations. That's why you got twerk videos. That's why you got our man calling a woman the B word. Faithfully, every song. Oh, I'll do this to your beat. I took your beat. Hey, these are my beats. I got multiple beats. Why? Why would we degrade our women like that? Why do we degrade ourselves like that? As men, we are the hierarchy in the relationship, right? But we degrade our women, which makes us lose value too, right? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 37.
Bring it out.
And thou shalt become an astonishment.
But that's an astonishment, right? You don't see no other nation doing that to their woman. If you do that in China, they will kill you for that. They make sure that when they have men that try to do the same thing, right? Try to rap like us. They made him erase his album. They made him erase his album and say, you'll never degrade our woman like that. You're not black. That's crazy, right? Our Hispanic women and children do the same thing, right? Read on.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations.
So what's a byword? A byword is being called somebody out your God-given name. Calling yourself black. That's your African American? What do you go by?
I go by my name.
What's your nationality?
African American.
Okay, so African American, right? African American come from two white people. Leo Skippers Africanus and American
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Can two white people make a black person?
No, that's why you're not African American. So you're not African American, you're not black, because black comes from a crayon box. What's your nationality?
You tell me.
Look on the sign right here, bro. This is what this sign is for. This is why we out here. This is why we out here in front of the church. This is
You're
not
telling me I'm not African American.
No, you're not African American.
That's right.
Because you don't come from two white people. You just asked me the same question. I just told you that. You are from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
Same tribe Christ came from.
That's right.
Same tribe, the black man down here, he came from Judah. He walked on this earth as a regular man.
That's right.
He wasn't some spiritual being. That's what they try to teach in the church. Oh, he never committed sin because he had the power of God. No, he kept the laws.
to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.